Alright, let's go, Liz. Oh wait, I just realized probably no one can hear this shit. Wow. Cool.
In terms of both environment and character design. Not to mention the character acting is fantastic. All of these
Oh god, I struggled here.
all of these fantastic. Just these little motion just these little movements and motions that didn't
Hello.
acting is fantastic. Just these little movements and motions that didn't need to be included.
Oh yeah, there was shit going on outside.
Just these little movements and emotions and personalities of the girls. There are a couple of funny moments character design. Not to mention the character acting is fantastic. Just these little movements and motions that didn't.
Yeah, I did it. I did this once before, and because I fucking hate audio editing. I hate listening back to myself and cutting it down and cutting out all my mistakes and whatever. I hate doing that. So, but like this helps. And then after, probably Slime Rancher.
And character design. Not to mention the character acting is fantastic. Just these little movements and motions that didn't need to be included, but provide need to be included.
Boop.
Need to be included, but provide just that little extra pizzazz to the emotions and personalities of the girls. There are a couple of funny moments where the 3D character models are on screen with 2D drawings, and that's just always amusing to me. There's also a pretty strong dash of traditional Japanese designs from their and to me. There's also a pretty strong dash of traditional Japanese designs, from their flower shop uniforms to the transformation scenes, and even their microphones start out as paper parasols.
Oh, look at all that dead air. Screams.
I have two complaints about this series, though. Firstly, the first episode didn't really do a good job at grabbing this series, though. Firstly, the first episode didn't really do a good job at grabbing my attention. I understand it has a lot to establish, but I feel like there are better ways to go about it. Not to mention the whole.
The last stream I was at, I was joking. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I know it was a joke. It's fine, dude.
go about it. Not to mention the whole flashing forward and then we rewind to see how it all led up to that kind of thing. That it just was very disorienting.
You don't need to justify every single thing you do, man. It's totally cool. I'm vibing. You just gotta vibe.
But once you get past that first episode, disorienting. But once you get past that first episode, everything else is super compelling. My biggest complaint is mainly the music. My biggest complaint is the.
Let's see.
My biggest complaint is the music. It isn't very memorable to the music. It is super compelling. My biggest complaint is the music. It isn't very memorable to me, at least. The music is all good, but nothing really stood out to me. The only one I found myself humming is the opening theme, and that's just because it played every episode. I love me a good J-pop song, but for all of these, they're just. I love me a good J-pop song, but for all of these, there just wasn't that spark, you know? All the songs.
God, I fucking can never
All
speak.
the songs just didn't have that spark. And I love me some good fuck.
Yeah.
None of these songs really had that spark, you know? They're all the classic J-pop style, and I love me a good J-pop song.
Yeah, I think that's not bad.
But it never comes off as shallow. 99,999, they'll become full witches and be able to use magic when and wherever they want.
Because I gotta do that.
That didn't need to be included, but provide just that little extra pizzazz to the emotions and personalities of the girls. There are a couple of funny moments where the 3D character models are on screen with Japanese designs, from their flower shop uniforms to the transformation scenes, and even their microphones start out as paper
I'm doing
parasols.
my Bashi Witches right now.
I have 2 complaints about this series, though. Firstly, the first episode didn't really do a good job at grabbing my attention. I understand it has a lot to establish, but I feel like there are better ways to go about it. Not to mention the whole flashing forward and then we rewind to see how it all led up to that kind of thing. It just was very disorienting. But once you get past it, it's good, but nothing really stood out to me. The only one I found myself humming is the opening theme, and that's just because it played every episode. None of these songs really had that spark, you know? They're all the classic J-pop style, and I love me a good J-pop song, but it just didn't resonate, and I think I was...
What? Where am I?
Didn't resonate, and I think I was just mad this wasn't Zombie J-pop song, but it just didn't resonate, and
Boop.
Didn't resonate, and I think I was just mad this wasn't Zombieland Saga.
Haha, nobody will know about my fumbles. Except the people watching me edit this audio. Fuck.
Love me a good J-pop song, but it just didn't resonate, and I think I was just mad this wasn't Zombieland Saga. 'Cause, like, look at this. Doesn't this music video feel like it should be heavy metal or something? I didn't like the music. It's not bad. I didn't like the music. It's not bad. It's just not my thing.
I'm gonna get crucified for that opinion.
Back to the good points, though. Back to the good points, though, because those vastly outweigh any petty complaints I have. The show is very modern, while also not sacrificing any sincerity in the stories that it tells. Yuina talks constantly about wanting to be trendy, but it never comes off as shallow. She's just a teen girl enjoying life. Then there's some talk about social media and follower counts, and it's very nuanced in its approach to the topic. Like, don't be obsessed with social media, but it's okay to be a...
Fuck.
But it's okay...
See, I gotta go back. Hi, Curdle.
But it's okay to be a... But it's okay to be... And media, but it's okay to be excited about hitting a milestone. And just with social media, but it's okay to be excited...
Let's see, wait.
With social media, but it's okay to be excited about hitting a milestone. And really through the...
Boop.
About hitting a milestone. And
Rub
really
my eye.
through the main cast...
Through the main cast. Does not elaborate.
And really, through the main cast, a lot... And really, through the main cast... Milestone. And really, through the main cast...
Oh no, don't be sad, friend. Or be sad if that helps you feel better in the end. You know, man? You just gotta relax.
And really, through the main cast, a lot of complex
believe in you.
issues are tackled in some really cool ways.
Goodness me, I'm tired.
Subtle characterization that...
Yeah, and then I go the da 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 ba.
This series has a lot of subtle characterization that makes rewatching a lot of fun. These descriptions are going to be mostly surface level, because part of the fun of this series is learning about the characters and what...
Yeah. Yeah, just a little though. I think that's just a little bit's okay.
makes them act the way they do, but I'll still do my best. Starting off, Yuina is the glue that brings the... She has no real reason for wanting to be a witch, aside from the fact that it's fun. Yuina is very much an airhead, not picking up on the mood of certain situations and having delayed reactions. But it's because of her simple way of thinking that she's able to connect the others. If someone does something wrong and they apologize, then Yuina won't be angry at them anymore, because what use would that be? Yuina also laments that others often find her annoying, and blames herself when they leave, which is why the friends she makes as a witch apprentice mean so much to her.
Damn.
Azu is a very abrasive character. She comes off as shallow and quick to anger. Right off the bat, I can easily imagine people disliking her, which is probably why she's the first one the story fleshes out.
Aww. I mean, it's still good that you took a chance, though. Like, even if it doesn't work out, it's important to put yourself out there. Oh. Oh. Damn, that's cool. Oh shit, wait. Let me see. Yeah, that's a thing. I mean, yeah. I mean, Eclurtle, that's like really amazing, honestly. The fact that you made an English like translation for the game is really cool, and the fact that and it's also nice that you like went out of your way to contact the developer and be like, "Hey, can I continue doing this?" Um it seems like, considering it's on Steam and stuff, it seems um like an official English version was going to come out. But I mean, like, dude, that doesn't mean you did everything for nothing. That's like still super impressive, dude. Like, hell yeah. That's really awesome. Yeah, you probably can organize like an English fandom for the game. I love that. That's so really cool, dude. Honestly, you should just be proud of your translation work, because that's
Abrasive
pretty
character.
incredible, and not
She
everyone
comes
can
off
do
as
that.
shallow and quick to anger. Right off the bat, I can easily imagine people disliking her, which is probably why she's the first one the story fleshes out. See, Azu is constantly using magic while in the shop to.
Yeah. No, I mean, I understand, though, feeling bitter about it, too. Of just, like, I spent all my time doing this, and then, like, and then, oh, I spent my time doing this, but then, whoops, it was for nothing. But, like, I think it's important that you spent your time doing that, because you felt passionate about it, dude. That's really neat. And again, it shows off your own skills and hones them and refines them. But you know what? Like, if you need to feel a little sad about it, then yeah, just throw a little bit of a pity party. Just a little bit. Get yourself a treat. Get a little snacky. Play a comforting video game. But like, you should still be proud of what you did. That's pretty cool.
See, Azu is constantly using magic while in the shop to make herself thinner because she's fat.
Can't
See, Azu is. It's. See, Azu is
Yeah, I hope you feel better, though.
constantly using magic while within the shop to make herself thinner.
Let's see. There we go.
Because outside, Azu is fat. And
Let's see, yeah.
see, Azu is constantly using magic while in the shop to make herself thinner. Fleshes out. See, Azu is constantly using magic.
Wait, that's a little bit too quick. Nope. Bap. Let's see.
It fleshes out. See, Azu is constantly using magic
little better,
while
sure.
within the shop to make herself thinner. Because outside, Azu is fat. And
I can't speak.
because outside of the shop, Azu is fat. And that
Oh, what take is better? I think I like the first one.
because outside, Azu is fat. Because outside of the shop, Azu is fat. And that
Me can't even speak. Boop.
herself thinner. Because outside, Azu is fat. Because outside of the shop,
Oh my god. I just say the same thing over and over.
Azu is fat. And it's something
Let's see.
outside, Azu is fat. Because outside of the shop, Azu is fat. And
Oh wait, no, that second take might be better. Oh goodness, yeah. Hope your dad feels better.
thinner. Because outside, Azu is fat. Because outside of the shop, Azu is thinner, because outside of the shop, Azu is fat, and it's something that she hates about herself, to the point of body dysmorphia.
Anyway, y'all should watch Maebashi Witches. It's really fucking good. Also watch The Summer Hikaru Died. It's... like... I'm not even kidding. I think The Summer Hikaru Died should be, like, something that is read in literature classes all around the world. I'm not joking. I'm not being like, oh, haha, Dragon Ball Z should be taught all around the world, wherever. Like, no. I mean, The Summer Hikaru Died is, like, on the same level as, like, 1984, on the same level as The Most Dangerous Game, on the same level as The Monkey's Paw. I am not fucking around. Holy shit. Fafnir, dude, it's some freak for freak shit. It's so good. I love it. It's also so explicitly gay. It's so good.
Point of body dysmorphia. We find out that she hasn't been to
I love it so much.
Morphia. We find out that she hasn't been to school in a long time due to bullying, and it isn't hard. We find out she hasn't been to school or even outside. Morphia. We find.
Yeah, it is freak for freak. One freak is a repressed gay boy, who thinks he's a monster because he's gay in a rural town. And the other freak is a literal eldritch abomination who possessed his dead best friend and then is like, oh, I have feelings now. Oh, cool. And then the first freak is like, damn, I'm weirdly okay with, like, this entity possessing my best friend's dead body. Huh. I guess I am a monster. And it's like, well, okay, buddy, let's slow down. You're not a monster. You're just gay. It's fine. I got a really interesting ask on Tumblr that was like, oh, it's Yanfei's birthday. Happy birthday, Yanfei. I wish you were in a better game. But I got an interesting ask on Tumblr that was about The Summer Hikaru Died. That was all like, wait, I'm trying to find it. The ask was all like, it would be better if the queerness the author wants to portray wasn't sexual, considering they're like 16, gives freak vibes, and like blah blah blah. And it's like, you seem like a normal, cool person. Please think hard about how the show could have been about adults or not eroticized. And I'm just like, Anon, it sounds like it sounds like you just want a different story, and also like it's okay for like there are sexual and erotic themes in The Summer Hikaru Died, but it's never like the characters themselves are never sexualized. And also, like, it's important for those kinds of stories to be told so that, you know, teenagers can see themselves and find an experience they can relate to and stuff. And, like, and then I also added a note that was like, firstly, it's important to the story. I'm sorry, I'm just talking about The Summer Hikaru Died. I'm gonna save my progress. But like, firstly, it's important that Yoshiki is a teenager because he feels suffocated by the rural town he lives in. He is a gay, closeted teenager, and he cannot leave. If Yoshiki was an adult, then, like, fuck the town. He's out of there. Then there's, like, no fucking conflict or anything. He feels like, in order for the story and its themes to work, he has to feel that suffocatingness, and that is inherently part of the queer experience the author is trying to portray. And secondly, like, like most manga authors, the author for The Summer Hikaru Died is a private person. We don't know anything about their personal life, but it is highly likely that many aspects of the story are based on their lived experiences. And, like, you can't take that away from the author and stuff. Let's just hope that those lived experiences aren't the part where there's, like, a fucking eldritch, like, gay horror abomination living on the mountain that possesses your dead best friend. But you know what? I don't know the author's life. Maybe that did happen to them. In which case, good for them? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway. Watch and read The Summer Hikaru Died. It's, like, actually a piece of art.
To the point of body dysmorphia. We find out that she hasn't been to school in a long time due to bullying, and it isn't hard. We find.
Yeah, second take's better. Boop.
We find out she hasn't been to school or even outside in a long time due to bullying, so it isn't hard to imagine why she.
Also, I love Yanfei Genshin Impact. She's just funny. I wish every character in Genshin Impact was in a better game, but unfortunately they're in Genshin Impact.
Time due to bullying, so it isn't hard to imagine why she developed such a terrible attitude towards everyone and everything. Over the course of the show, we see Azu so naturally everything. Over the course.
No, that needs more time. Story of my life, yeah.
Over the course of the show, we see Azu so naturally soften up to the girls while retaining that sharp personality, and I just really liked it.
What is this? What is this?
Mai is an...
My microphone fucking fell. The Genshin fandom is trash. No, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Mai is an interesting case.
It's fine, though.
Her personality is a bit harder to pin down, but isn't that the point? People aren't easily defined lists of character traits. They're complicated and contradictory, and you can see that in Mai.
There's noise outside here, and then I actually get to it.
And contradictory, and you can see that in Mai. She's really into fashion, being low-key an influencer on what's basically Instagram, and giving fashion advice. But there are little hints that she's really into video games, too. And after her starring episodes, she decides to stream games under her online persona, loosening up her carefully crafted image. Hyoka is the most mature of the girls, keeping a cool head and trying to calm the others down when things get heated. She's a girl of strong morals, and she's...
Yeah. I also, like, don't like calling, specific people trash. But I feel like when kind of discussing an archetype or fandom, it's less targeted, you know? That's how I feel anyway. Does anyone remember Locksters? They're these little monster lock things. I don't know. I have two. I never saw them advertised or anything. I just, like, saw them in Target one day, and I was like... And then I saw the second one that I have in, like, this fucking half-ass dollar store, and I was like, yo, they're so cute and stupid. No, maybe, wait, what's the... Lock Stars. Okay, pardon me. Lock Stars, because it's a mix of a lock and monster. Get it? Wow. Oh, there's a little candy-headed one? Okay, I don't think these were actually a mix of locks and monsters. I think they were just supposed to be cute. Fuck. Oh my god, I get distracted.
She's a girl of strong morals, and what she believes.
Let's see. Let's go back.
Kyoka is the most mature of the girls, keeping a cool head and trying to calm the others down when things get heated. She's a girl of strong morals, and she's a girl of strong morals. She's a girl of strong morals, and she's a girl of strong morals. Calm the others down when things get heated. She's a girl of strong morals, and she's firm in what she believes in. But she does have a softer side. She's a big fan of a VTuber named Mogutan and finds comfort in their live streams. There are also themes of identity with Kyoka that never get directly stated, and I think that's
Yeah, give me a second. Let me pull up some little guys, some lock stars. Wait, give me a second. Oh. Let's see, wait. How do I, is that, yeah, these guys. I have the blue one. I have the blue one with me right now. It's cute. They're just little guys. I don't know what else to say. They're little guys. Yeah. Ugh.
And I think that's to the show's stated, and I think that's And I think that's to the show's benefit. Her parents push her to be more feminine, grow her hair longer, wear dresses. Her parents pushing her to be more feminine.
Let's see.
Her parents. There are also themes of identity with Kyoka that never get directly stated, and I think that's to the show's benefit. Her parents pushing her to be more feminine, grow her hair long.
Boop.
To the show's benefit. Her parents pushing her to be more feminine. Her parents pushing her to be more feminine. And she wants to be a witch so that she.
Yeah, let's see.
Show's benefit. Her parents pushing her to be more feminine. And she wants to be a witch so that
Boop.
And she wants to be a witch so that she can live life on her own.
Then I talk about Chaco.
Chaco.
Boop.
Chaco is an interesting case. She seems to be a happy-go-lucky, almost She's.
Boop.
Chaco is an interesting case. She seems to be a happy-go-lucky, almost childish girl.
By the way, this is mainly to Eclurdle. Whenever the fucking magical girl death game thing, whenever it does come out, like, with an English translation, like, I'm gonna play that shit. I will play it so fucking hard. Oh my god. And yes, like, thank you for, like, introducing it to me, because here's the thing, even, like, because people are like, oh, it's really good, I hope it's good, but even if it's not, like, hell yes.
Chaco is an interesting
Let's fucking
case.
go.
She seems to be a happy-go-lucky, almost childish girl. She talks in the third person. normally goes along with the crowd, and generally seems to be a sort of just happy to be here character. She talks in the third person, normally goes along with the crowd.
Let's see. Oh, my voice. What's embarrassing? Oh, no. No, don't be embarrassed. Just saying, because, like, you showed me the game. So, like, I don't know, you get credit for me being aware of its existence?
Third person, normally goes along with the crowd, and generally
Sorry,
seems
I
to be
won't
a
do
sort
it if
of
it's embarrassing.
just happy to be here character. She talks in the third person, normally goes along with the crowd,
Goddamn, my voice doesn't want to be clear.
and generally seems to be normally goes along with the crowd, and generally seems to be a sort of just happy to be here.
Let's see.
Just happy to be here character.
Ugh.
Be a happy-go-lucky, almost childish girl. She talks in the third person, normally goes along with the crowd,
Yeah.
and generally seems to be a sort of just happy to be here character. She's to be a happy-go-lucky, almost childish girl. She talks in the third person, normally goes along with the crowd, and generally seems to be a sort of just happy to be here kind of character. But beneath all that is a really grounded story that I'm sure resonated with a lot of people watching. And honestly, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Go watch the show yourself.
And then I have a little, spoiler zone now. Or wait, no, it's Carapace time.
And the last character to mention for the watch the show yourself. And the last character to mention for the main cast, there's Carapace, the slightly ominous mascot character. And the way he both plays into and subverts that expectation is incredible. For the most part, he's just kind of a troll. He does care about the girl.
Carapace is one of the most magical girl mascots of all time. Like, he's so fucking funny. I love it. Carapace's great. I love it's like, oh hey, we need a name. He's like, okay, how about you give me a name? And then it's like, how about Carapace? And his response is, no lie, legally dicey, but I'm down. Like, that's really funny.
This part, he's just kind of a troll. He does care about the girls in his own way, though, and he helps them out unprompted a couple of times, too. He isn't evil, just not always completely truthful. I like him a lot. They do a lot of fun visual gags with Carapace, too, and I'd be really interested in learning more about him and the way magic works in this world. But I also don't need to know.
And then now is when I'm like, spoilers. Where? Timestamp.
This world. But I also don't need to know. Now it's time for just a little spoilers. So if you would like to watch the series unspoiled, skip ahead to this timestamp.
Yay.
God, there are so...
Because, I don't know, I only talked about a little part of it. I can barely form a sentence.
God.
Why is it 10:20? I mean, I did do a lot of this. Congrats to me for... I can finish this. Let's fucking go.
Stamp. God, there are so many aspects of this series that are really well done, and it's kind of hard to... God, there are just so many aspects of this series there are just so many aspects of this series that are really well done. It's kind of hard to articulate, actually. but I can try. Maybe I can start by talking about Chaco and her story. So, she's this cutesy.
I say start and then. Oh, I mean, I feel like it's you know, I don't know. You can. I don't know, man. You do what you want. If
Story.
I think you should watch Maebashi Witches.
Start by talking about Chaco and her story. So, she's this cutesy, childish character, but one day she acts uncharacteristically rude to an elderly customer. Afterwards, the girls are all shaken, but Kyoka doesn't want to let it go because, hey, what the heck? Why were you rude to that old lady? Things are tense for a bit, and then one day everyone.
I don't know. I feel like my exploration of Maebashi Witches wasn't as thorough as I normally like to be, but honestly, part of it is I just wanted to like do like a classic anime review thing, you know? That's just like easy and simple, and also I didn't just get out of the hospital.
Except Yuina and Chaco have left the shop, Chaco collapses. Yuina helps Chaco back home, and Kerope uses magic to make everyone see Yuina as Chaco. And from there, Yuina experiences Chaco's daily life.
God, how many fucking times did I say Chaco right there? God damn it. You can hear my lisp every goddamn time. Oh my god, big gap. Wow. Oop.
Daily life. Firstly, her name isn't even Chaco. It's Kyoko. Chaco just the.
God, I say Chaco so many fucking times.
Firstly, her name isn't even Chaco. It's Kyoko.
My lisp. Ah!
Chaco is just the character she plays. Chaco is just the character she plays in the. It's Kyoko. Chaco is just the character she plays in the store. Her mother is a nurse, often working late nights, which leaves Kyoko to take care of the house. This includes the chores, her younger siblings, her grandmother, who recently suffered an injury and doesn't want to go to physical therapy. On top of all of that, she has a part-time job trying to earn money to help support her family. She's been juggling all of this all along while spending time in the shop with the other girls, turning back time whenever she steps through the door so she doesn't miss anything. All of this sort of comes to a head. All of this sort of comes to a head alongside Kyoka, who is very much the opposite of Chaco. Her family is rather wealthy, implied to be into either business or politics, but Kyoka herself is very down to earth and mature, and in fact feels.
God damn, I feel like I repeat myself here. Like, ugh.
And in fact feels immense pressure from her family, who urge her to be more feminine, grow her hair.
I don't need to say that again. I can cut that out.
From her family, who urge her to be more feminine, grow her hair out, wear dresses more, much to Kyoka's discomfort. What her family, who urge her immense pressure from her family, much to Kyoka's discomfort. What this means about Kyoka's character and identity is never directly spelled out.
Wow.
What this means for Kyoka's character and identity is never directly spelled out, and I kind of like that choice. It's about Kyoka's character, which means from her family, much to Kyoka's discomfort. What this means for Kyoka's character and identity is never directly spelled out, and I kind of like that choice.
Up to interpretation.
Own minds up, or just explore the concept on their own. Giving the audience a vehicle to make their own minds up, or just explore the concept on their own. Explore the concept on their own. Through all of this, Kyoka finds comfort in the VTuber mentioned before, Mogutan. She donates every now and then, and the VTuber even acknowledges her on stream. This is how Kyoka feels at ease. Is it parasocial? Yes, but at this point it isn't harmful. Until one night, when the VTuber sent her a DM, and at first it's really sweet and normal, saying thank you for the support, but don't spend all your money on me. But it very quickly gets sexual, and Kyoka is horrified. She's dealing with all openly as everything with Chaco goes down. Eventually, Chaco tells the others about her family and how she's finally getting help, so all the burden won't be on her anymore. And to all that, Kyoka is devastated. Because what are her petty problems in comparison to Chaco's? But it isn't petty. It means a lot to Kyoka. The stress she feels is
so
real.
done. I'm
The
almost
betrayal she feels is real. And the girls support her, especially Chaco, who is the one to pull Kyoka out of that self-destructive hole. And just how cool is that? This parallel story between two girls who come from two completely different backgrounds, finding solace in one another. Because at the end of the day, they're friends. And friends support each other.
Oh god, I'm getting so sleepy.
That's just really nice.
I'm getting so sleepy, gang. Oh no. Oh no. It's almost sleepy hours.
That's all I really want to discuss in terms of spoiler. That's just really nice. That's all I really want to discuss in terms of explicit spoilers. That's all I really can think of to discuss in terms of explicit spoilers. That's all I really can think of to discuss in terms of explicit spoilers. There are other interesting things, like how their first customer comes back and takes over the shop.
Oh my god.
Explicit stuff. The mysterious unnamed witch who briefly helps the girls. But this is a show I recommend you watch for yourself. And if you've already watched it, then let's talk about it in the comments.
Yeah.
Maebashi Witches is a wonderful show that caught me completely off guard.
I'm almost done.
Its handling of extremely modern problems is incredibly nuanced, and if I described this word with just nuanced, and if I described this word with just incredibly nuanced, and if I described this show with just one word, incredibly nuanced, and nuanced.
God, I've been watching cartoon clips on YouTube, and one that I've had in my head is like the Birds of Prey from Batman the Brave and the Bold. I love it so much. You skunk and simply call us the one and only birds of prey.
Nuanced. And if I described this show with just one word, it would be that. Nuanced. Emotions are complicated, and the desires of the heart are often contradictory. And that's something this show understands perfectly. Every little story gets told here, from the main plot lines of each episode to the little side beats, are all carefully crafted to create an uplifting and joyful experience. There are flaws, as stated before, but most of those flaws are personal gripes that I have. This is so much more than just another idol show, though that isn't to discredit idol shows at all. Mabayashi Witches is about the
Mom.
is about the story, the characters, the emotions. Idol show, though that isn't to discredit idol shows at all. Mabayashi Witches is about the story, the characters, the emotions. Fuck, I can't say it anymore. Maebashi Witches is about its story show, though that isn't to discredit idol shows at all. Maebashi Witches is about its story, the characters, and the emotions that come with all of it. With zany humor, beautiful animation, and some truly heartfelt moments, this is a show I greatly recommend. Also, be sure to watch the after credits scene in every episode. Also, be sure to watch the scene after the credits play in every episode.
Feel like you don't have to cut these. Which part? Because I assure you, I definitely have to cut, like, audio down. Ooh, big yawn. Also, I had angel hair pasta and it was good. Let's see, wait.
Also, be sure to watch the after credits scene in every episode.
Well, and also sometimes I'm just cutting out, like, different takes I did.
Also, be sure to watch the after credits scene through every episode. Also, be sure to watch the scene after the credits play in every episode.
I think that's... Or where you mispronounced the name. Wait, did you think it was funny enough? Aw, wait, that might be funny to put in. Yeah. If you think it's funny.
Is about the story, the characters, the emotions.
Yeah, I can...
Though that isn't to discredit idol shows at all. Mabayashi Witches. Mabayashi Witches.
Let's see. I can make this work.
At all. Mabayashi Witches.
Yeah. I can take that bit out. No, it is really funny.
Fuck, I can't say it anymore.
I feel like that might work better as, like, a little blooper, but I do like it, though. I think it's funny.
Fuck, I can't say it anymore.
Cut to me saying it perfectly.
Maebashi Witch. Fuck, I can't say it anymore. Maebashi Witches is about its story, the characters, and the emotions that come with all of it. With zany humor, beautiful animation, and truly heartfelt moments,
It's
this
goofy.
is a show
I like. Here's the thing. I couldn't even tell you why that happened. I was just talking, and then I was like, I just couldn't say it for like a hot minute.
greatly recommend. Also, be sure to watch the after credits scene in every episode.
I think.
Also, be sure to watch the after credits scene
Oh,
through every
yeah.
episode.
I liked the last one best.
Recommend. Also, be sure to watch the scene after the credits play in every episode.
What is all this shit? Oh my god.
So, tell me what you think of the series.
Alright. Sometimes I do just have a stroke.
Every episode. So,
Okay. Alright, I forgot. I did blab a little more.
So, tell me what you think of the series. If you've seen it before this video, or if you watched it because of this. I also want to say thank you to...
Because I am just like sappy times now.
or if you watched it because of this. I also want to say thank you, everyone, for the support you give me. It truly means the world. Have a good day, y'all.
Yeah. Pudding.
Means the world. Have a good day, y'all.
How's that little southern bit there? It's like, have a good day, y'all. Yay! And now I'm gonna diagnose D-Clipper. No clip. D-Clicker, that's always the big one. It's like taking forever to scan. Well, you can't actually see. Repair all. This... Ugh. My lisp gets me every goddamn time. I'm just gonna save.
So, I have a lot of projects in the works.
I can never tell if I like the audio better with or without the D reverb. Cause this sounds fine, but then I get paranoid and then I'm like, no, noise reduction, D reverb.
As well as personal IRL stuff going on.
Yeah, that sounds bad actually.
And I was sort of struggling for a while to really do anything. That's
Yeah. Alright. I think I'll leave the D reverb out. Cool, with that, I've done the task. I am not gonna do Slime Rancher because I am sleepy. But thank you for, making me do this. For being here, and shit, I should do this with the Smile Force audio. That might help too. God, I don't know. Fuck. Damn. Anyway. Cool. Have a good night, guys. Bye.